Okay, this is exterior video, and I do not have permission to be in this side yard. Foolishly, I stepped inside of the gate. I do not even know if these people have a dog. But anyway, this is the east side. That's the southeast corner. We're going across here. This is a 0 lot line. Stucco finish. I kind of wanted to see what if I could see anything obvious around here, and I'm not seeing it. If the neighbors would grant me better permission, I would look closer. I left a note not a note, I left my business card on their door. I talked into their Ring camera. I don't know how that works exactly. Rain gutters are below grade. This is a stucco finish. We have high soil. This is the northwest corner. That was the southwest corner. This is the northwest corner. Now, all stucco is a variety. Okay? Hear the difference? So let me do a better example of that. Because I'm so prepared. Okay, all stucco, to get a uniform look, all stucco is a combination, a variety of different stucco systems. This is a harder 3-coat system. This is partially an EFA system to add these details around the friezes and these little kickouts, these little dogs too, stretchers, call it what you will. Rain gutters below grade, so these looks like surface drains in the yard are actually, those are for the rain gutter downspouts. We've got continuous soffit vents, rain gutter. We've actually got some venting underneath the tile roof. We have a tile roof here. There's a built-up flower bed with wood mulch and other debris, and there's all these shrubs all against here. In the first place, stucco is a very good building product. It's like a styrofoam cooler. Alright? So any moisture that gets in here, we want it to get out. We don't want high soil conditions like this. Coming down here, we built the stucco up around here. Look at that. And there's no weep screed underneath this. It's kind of a stucco parge that they put here. There's no weep screed under this. So we don't have a drainage plane over here. I mean, we do have a drainage plane behind the wall, but it just stops all along this west wall. There isn't any provisions for vapor barrier to get out, moisture vapor to get out. That we don't have any provisions for that. So any moisture that gets in the walls, and architecture 101, all walls leak, all roofs leak. So what are we going to do with the water along this west wall? I don't know. Got all these bushes. Let's just pretend like there's a weep screed behind here, because I've seen some weep screed here. Let's pretend like there's a weep screed over here. Next to all this wood mulch, which is conducive to wood destroying insect. Where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Dead wood. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. It's called a clue. All these bushes next to the house, okay, they will not let the house breathe. Okay, they will not. If you have, just assuming that you've got a weep along this wall, a weep screed, just assuming that you've got that to allow the moisture out, all these bushes are holding the moisture next to the house. So it's not going to exit like it should. Carpenter ants use these bushes to gain access to the house. And termites, they're blind. Okay? They travel by endorphins. They know where the shade is. They don't want to be found. And they got wood mulch next to the house with all this shade. This is a beautiful, beautiful target for subterranean termites. Just saying. This planter box has been raised. This is not a retaining wall, and is beyond the scope of this inspection. Coming down here, the raised planter box makes something of a retaining wall. it's less than twice its height from the house. So in theory, this quote-unquote retaining wall should have no immediate effect on the structure. It shouldn't. Now, that being said, a retaining wall that's less than 5 feet high, it does not need a building permit. So undoubtedly a building permit a building permit was not required to build this. So we don't know how it was built. We don't know if they had any reinforcement behind it, geogrid or anything, Moving on along. Stucco, right? Okay, anytime the water comes down, you get the wall, you got the drainage plane behind the wall. And the stucco, this is very common with stucco, by the way. We come over here and the drainage plane has been broken, but we have no provision for moisture to work its way out. Now over here, unlike on the west side, over here we do have a weep screed, and weep screed flashing too, by the way, so it looks pretty nice. We're coming on along here to the front portico. We got all the lights. Got the inside here. I'll be through in a minute. This is a front doorbell. This is a ring. You might want to, by the way, if this conveys with the house, then you should have it reprogrammed. You should deny permissions to the previous owners. This electric receptacle outlet, it should have an in-use cover around it, kind of like a bubble cover. You're going to see them in other places, so that you could plug in your Christmas lights, for example, and then it would close. As it is now, you'd open it up, plug your Christmas lights into it, and then now it's open, it would allow water into it. Around the front portico, we do not have a weep screed. By the way, this receptacle outlet is inoperable. It would be reasonable to assume it's on the garage circuit. The garage circuit is inoperable because it was discovered before the inspection, but this GFCI has been tripped and it will not reset. So this is inoperable. Did its job. I would have tested it. If it was going to fail, it would have failed under testing with me, but it had already failed before I showed up. So this one doesn't work, and this one doesn't work. We got a little bit of water stains on the bottom panel here. We're coming on along, and then the drainage plane and stuff. The water comes down this clay tile, and most of it comes down to these little valleys. But you see the humps right there? You just kind of follow them, and they do not extend much past the rain gutter. And so the water comes down and it splashes against here and splashes onto the garage car entry door. Now, I was bragging about the weep screed here, and here we have it. Got wood mulch in front of the house again. And so right here, it's kind of boogered up, if you can see up underneath there. And I've got a still image of this. So, again, wood mulch next to the house. We got some bushes. We got that again. The mixed use. You know what I'm not seeing over here? I'm not seeing any soffit baffles. So there's no soffit baffles around the north side of the house, but there was soffit baffles along the west side of the house. And now it picks up again. We've got some soffit baffles on the east side of the house. The front door key works this gate, I have learned. This isn't part of the house. It's a wall, but it's a decorative wing wall. It's attached to the wall. And we've got high soil, no provisions for weep screed. This is the gas piping that's coming in on the east side of the house. I like this one because it's got isolation valves on it. That's the main shutoff valve for the house there for you. It's bonded. Now, was it... But you see that insulation tape? It's bonded on top of the insulation tape. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. Now I'm told, or maybe it will, I'm told that they got teeth in there, that they can reach in there and they can grab it. But that was for paint. That's not for insulating tape. So our bonding, looks like our bonding is most likely insufficient. Most likely insufficient. Again, high soil, moisture just comes right up in there. It starts rotting, termites get in here, termites are going to get in there. What's that? That's your house. If termites get in here, they're going to get into there. If wood rot starts here, it's a progressive wood destroying organism, and wood rot will escalate. Slow, spontaneous combustion. Coming along here, we've got our water heater, temperature, pressure, relief valve, drain lines. I think that's what I'm seeing. I don't think that I'm seeing tankless water heaters here, but they are about the right height. Drain pan's the middle one, that's a little close to the ground. They're supposed to be a little higher. Not really much to worry about, honestly. I mean, you know, I hate discounting my work, but that looks like a pretty good drain arrangement for a water heating system. Moving on along, we have a whole video for this. Wood mulch next to the house, wood mulch next to the house. Some of our screens, our window screens, are showing signs of wear. They're probably original. You see how they're getting kind of shiny, like the seat of your pants, a well-worn pair of pants. Okay, so they're kind of shiny in the seat. Shiny in the seat. There we go. Coming along, this is an in-use cover right here. Now, I haven't checked that one to see if it's operable or not. This is a clean out. This is the only clean out that I've seen so far. That doesn't really look like a main clean out to me. Doesn't look like a main sewer clean out. That's the only one that I've seen. Coming along, trees should not be placed closer than 25 feet to a foundation. Okay, to allow for, where are the roots going to go? They're going to go underneath there. What are they going to do? They're going to drink all the water that your foundation needs. They're going to grow and expand and put pressure on your foundation. These branches are going to come up and rub all against your house and your structure and cause damage like that. That's your clothes dryer vent right there. It's sprung open. Sprung open. That means it's dirty, filled with lint. It needs to be cleaned. That's what it means. Okay, so we got trees too close to the house. Trees too close to the house. It can cause damage. Wood mulch, wood mulch. Now over here, we need a little more space. We need a little more space so we can see if there's any termite trails. Also, the moisture again in the ground is going to go up through. You have a weep screed, and the ground's too close. And then now look what's happening to the weep screed. See how it's starting to rust, develop rust right there? It's because we have a moisture condition. We have a moisture condition. We don't want that. As your weep screed rusts, when metal rusts, it expands. And when it expands, it's going to start causing your stucco to crack. Going along. Over here, our weep screed, not because of the high soil, and we're on the south side of the house, but it is rusted. This is an example of what you can expect over there. This is your future if you don't take care of that. And this needs to be repaired. You just need a little bit of it, you know. And I'm really kind of, you know, overall, I mean, you think about the age of the house, it doesn't look that bad. Doesn't look perfect, doesn't look good. I mean, like, yay, we got some rusting weep. We got some rusting weep screed. How about that? Nobody's surprised. Yay. We got some more over here on this corner. But you do have that. That's what that is. Coming on along. Wood pile next to the house. Dog door. Okay. If you got a dog, that's okay. If you don't have a dog, that's a hole in your door. You got a hole in your door is what you got. You don't have a dog. You say, oh, that's for the dog. I don't have a dog, so there's always that. Get in here. I'm at it. I should have just waited on this. Still don't have any power. It's still going to be on the exterior circuit. You're not supposed to power. I know we're on the cement. We're on the porch. But you're not supposed to put a wood pile next to your house. I mean, any one of these could have been infested with wood-boring beetles. Could have been infested with termites. Termite eggs, something like that, right next to the house. No, that's conducive to wood-destroying insects. And again, on the south side, we do have, up here, we have some continuous soffit vent that went up the east side, and most of the south side, but we don't have any over the porch, just FYI. Then we do not have an in-use cover for this receptacle outlet. Buddy, you just want to get in here and do stuff, don't you? I have to use a different tool for that one. It's kind of tight. Okay. Outdoor grills are beyond the scope of this inspection. Here we go. So anything, this is a courtesy. Right, got a light switch. I don't see any lights. And because it's provided by the GFI. Okay, there's gas piping coming out there, so it's from the house. There's your shut-off valve. That's, not really pretty, but you see it all the time. This is a battery igniter, so you shouldn't need power. I can hear the igniter going. Huh. Light switch. Oh, the light switch comes on. Okay, maybe it's for the battery. Off. Igniter. There it goes. How about that? This actually works pretty good. Let's try it again. Why not? Man, 3 out of 3? Can we? Off, off, off. Light switch off. Everything is off. This might want to check with the turbo by barbecues galore. Barbecues galore. Okay. Got barbecues galore. You might want to check with them to see if the manufacturer is okay with this installation right here. And this is about where we started, except that I didn't come down the line.